Hi Collective. Hi everybody. Welcome. Welcome back to Earth Mother Oracle Messages. I pray that you're doing well and very, very well. If you're new to the channel, a beautiful, warm, gracious welcome to you. Thank you so much for being here. If you're returning, hey there. Hey, welcome back. Welcome back to the channel. I pray that you guys are doing well. We're going to tap in here and see what's in the energy, okay? Thank you, everybody, for all your likes, your shares, okay? Your comments and subscriptions means everything, okay? Please be sure here, okay, to take what resonates and leave the rest, okay? We're going to tap in and see what's in the energy, you guys. I heard good luck charm, okay? So, collective, somebody could be viewing you as their good luck charm, okay? You could be a good luck charm, okay? You could be going through a period of expedited luck, okay? And luck is just definitely on your side here, okay? Okay. I don't usually use that terminology here, okay? I consider things blessings and miracles, not luck, okay? But somebody may be viewing you, collective, as their lucky charm here, okay? You guys, please be sure to only take what resonates and leave the rest, okay? If these messages are not a match to your vibrational frequency here, please don't align yourself with the messages, okay? These messages are not intently targeting anybody here, okay? But if the messages just so happen to resonate, you know, then do what you do. If they don't, do what you do, okay? Thank you guys for being here, okay? Thank you. All right, let's tap in here and let's see what's in the energy here, okay? You could your spiritual gifts could be heightening here, okay? You could be recognizing that you have an upgrade here in your I'm hearing DNA, but an upgrade here in your spiritual gifts, okay? All right, y'all, let's tap in and see what is in the energy here. You are not my master, my life, my rules. I am unchained here. Okay, so somebody and or some of you could recently broken a generational curse, okay, or in the process of breaking a generational curse. Okay, somebody could also be breaking free from karmic ties, karmic relationships, okay, karmic patterns here. These are toxicities. Karmic patterns are toxicities, okay, behavior, ways of being, patterns of thinking here that hold you back from living, from experiencing self-actualization here, okay? But somebody's breaking free from something here, okay? Flat out. It's too many. You are not my master. Somebody could have also tried to play God in somebody's life, tried to dominate somebody, tried to control somebody. It's a no, okay? We all have free will. We can do what we want to do. Do as thou wilt, but hurt no one, okay? Follow moon and balance the mind here, okay? This definitely could be a spiritual experience here, okay? Like I said, breaking generational curses here, overcoming dark nights of the soul here, learning really deep, transformative spiritual messages here, okay? Something here significant also about the maid, the mother, and crone here, okay? There could be a grave healing, a great healing amongst the women here, the maternal lineage here, okay? Something is also balancing out in the body, okay, and the sacral energy here, the wound here, okay? Defendant, innocent here. So this is giving spiritual justice here. Ma'at here, okay? Balancing of the scales energy here in the spiritual realm, okay? Some of you may have called judgment, okay? Some of you may have cast your cares onto the Lord here, which brought you a victory here, okay? This is also giving, you know, you overcoming your enemies, okay? Defeating spiritual enemies, defeating darkness, okay, that has been thrusted upon you or thrusted upon your life, okay, this lifetime, okay? Generational patterns here, okay, being broken. I heard newness amongst the ranks. Newness amongst the ranks here. Okay. Pity the fool who mocks the queen's grace here. Okay. So some of you have taken the throne. Some of you have been crowned as that one. Okay. That one to carry the bloodline into salvation here. The one to carry the bloodline into victory here. Okay. There could be someone that is angry here about this this evolution here, this success here, okay? Or this could be a sin, a spirit here, okay, that you have overcome here, okay? Misleading, mask, bogus, shading true self here, okay? I'm getting here, you've changed something about yourself here, okay? Or this could be somebody else here. This spiritual experience here, breaking these curses, okay? Breaking toxic behavioral patterns, toxic lifestyles here, breaking free from that is causing somebody to let go of some type of sinful nature, okay? Sinful way of being here, okay? And when I say sinful, I'm not speaking from the perspective of like, you know, how the church portrays it. I'm speaking more so about karmic behavior here. You know, if you know that, for example, going to the bar 3-4 times a week is impacting your health, your ability to work efficiently, your home life here, that is a, you know, a behavior that needs to be broken. It needs to be recognized, looked at, analyzed and dismantled here, okay? And that's what's happening here. Somebody is breaking free or have set themselves free from some type of toxicity here, okay? It was meant to be, okay? Someone was called to do this. Somebody was called to let go of some type of toxicity here, okay? To unmask themselves and look at the real them, look at the trueness of their energy here, the trueness of their nature here, okay? So that they can accept the crown and walk in divinity here. This is also what happens when you successfully overcome the dark night of the soul, okay? All right. Any more? Here? We have the Queen of Pentacles. Somebody's finances could be healing, okay? Somebody's finances, money could be balancing out here, okay? Somebody's health could be improving. Hold on, y'all. Let me let Kitty in. Okay. Okay. What else here? Okay, this came out in the last reading here. Queen of Pentacles, death in reverse here. Okay. You've definitely overcome some kind of darkness here, okay? For sure. What's the 9 of Cups here? Yeah, I can't make it up. Somebody's health could be improving here, okay? Somebody's health is improving. Somebody's finances is improving here, okay? Somebody's home life is, I heard renovation. Somebody's going through an upgrade here, okay? Somebody has overcome the spirit of death and darkness. This literally came out in the last reading here, okay? There's a great level of faith, okay? Prayerful energy here with the Queen of Pentacles and the Star. You know, believing in the Most High God, believing in impossibilities here. Okay, making the impossible possible here. Okay, this is also somebody here, okay, that denies pride, okay, denies selfishness here, denies greed. Okay, somebody suppresses that energy here, okay? It's giving like somebody intentionally not being prideful, not being arrogant here, not being, you know, over the top, okay, with whatever it is that they have or is doing here, okay? Somebody could also be spiritually gifted here. Somebody may have the gift to recognize, somebody can see spirits here. Somebody can see dark spirits, dark entities here, okay? And their presence illuminates, okay, the darkness here, which automatically banishes these energies here. What's the Queen of Pentacles and the Death here? Okay. Yes, this pride and ego here. Somebody doesn't operate off of pride and ego. Okay. You've overcome a very tough cycle here. okay, and you've healed from it, okay? I heard somebody is meek and limber. Meek and limber. You may have gone through a period where things felt unclear. It felt murky. You may have even been scared here. Okay, but you made it through. Okay. You made it through. Four Cups, High Priestess, Four Pentacles here. You may have not recognized your worth here at some point in time here. Okay. But now you see, now you are able to see your worth here. Okay. And not only do you see it here, okay, but you are living your life, okay, upright, but you're living out your worth here. You're living out your value here. Okay. There's also a masculine energy here that is also recognizing your worth. Okay, recognizing his feelings for you, recognizing the kind of connection that you guys have. Okay, you may feel like bored of whatever this connection is or whatever it may have been here. You may have been rejected as well by this masculine energy here. Okay, he's coming out with Three of Wands, King of Wands, and Five of Cups. He may have rejected you in the past. Okay, and feeling regretful about it. Okay, but as of present, he is recognizing his true feelings for you here. And the value and significance of the connection and the relationship that you guys share here. Also, whoever you are, collective, and I'm getting more so feminine energy here. Okay, you have gone through, I want to say, a lifetime here, or a period where you experienced repetitive cycles of abandonment here, with death in the reverse and strength in the reverse. Okay, it's like you experience, you know, abandonment back to back. You know, just about every relationship, every connection here, you were abandoned. Her regularly. You were abandoned regularly. Okay. But you remain poised, you remain kind, you remained humble, you remained giving, you remained loving, okay? You remained as a divine feminine here, okay? You stayed in divine feminine energy here, which is the essence of love here, agape love, unconditional love here. There may be a Leo here that may be feeling weakened, okay, defeated by your earthly, loving, humble, comforting nature here, okay? Somebody feels defeated by this. Somebody feels defeated And then another one is recognizing the value and the worth here of this energy. We have the Three of Swords here. You could have gone through repetitive cycles of heartbreak and abandonment here, okay? It could have took a toll on you mentally, psychologically, okay? It also could have caused you to have an imbalanced sacral chakra as well, okay? It could have caused you to think poorly of men, okay, or your perspective as it relates to men and or masculine energies here were influenced by the abandonment that you've experienced here, okay, the pain, the rejection, okay, of being abandoned here, left alone here, misguided, okay, not protected. This is a feminine energy that I'm talking to that has literally never been protected by a man, a physical man, always being protected by God, but never protected here by a physical man here. And this Death in the reverse, Strength in the reverse, Three of Swords, Page of Wands, and Queen of Swords here, okay, influenced a karmic way of viewing men, okay, a karmic way of interacting with men based off of the pain and abandonment that you've been through here, okay. This is also given that act like a lady, think like a man energy here, okay, where, you know, you presented yourself feminine here, but, you know, it was kind of like, oh, these motherfuckers, they only got, you know, dick to offer type thing, okay. Based off of, you know, what you've gone through, what you've been through here. That's funny. What's the King of Swords here? Okay. This may have been a wounding, a pain here, okay, that happened or was caused by a father figure here that, you know, had a false perspective of you and projected this energy out into the ethers here, which it ricocheted back to you as a lack of protection, abandonment, and rejection here, okay? But it stemmed from your father here, okay? What's the Seven of Cups here? Yeah, this is, there may have been a father figure here that was like egotistical here. Egotistical and delusional here. Okay. In the way that he think and perceive things here. Okay, he could have also had a false sense of self, a false sense of success, a false sense of honor, what honor, success, and leadership looks like here, okay? Or this is also given like materialism as well. Like this may have driven the thought pattern of this father figure here, okay, that projected these this false narrative of you, somebody in the collective here, okay. This is definitely like a feminine energy here, healing father wounds here, okay. We have the Knight of Wands. The Lovers and Ace of Pentacles. So it feels like now that someone has healed their father wounds, okay, true love can come in. I heard come bursting in. Okay. Okay. What's Page of Cups, Eight of Swords? Page of Cups, Eight of Swords, Three of Pentacles here. What's the Page of Cups? What's the Three of Pentacles here? There may have also been like I'm not gonna say foolish here, but there's like this carefree, almost reckless, but not intentionally reckless, but this carefree, okay, emotional perspective here, may have bound you from being able to interact with other people, okay, in a balanced way here. Somebody had like an immature way of giving love, okay, yeah, underdeveloped way of giving love, which restricted here how one interacts with other people in society here. Okay, this could be an emotional scar that occurred in childhood, possibly at the age of 8 or 11. Some type of emotional trauma here, emotional wounding here. Somebody may have been wounded here, abused, okay, by a mother figure here, or feminine in the family here. Okay, this is also given like a generational curse, or like a glamour. You know how the young girls, the older women, or you know, if the younger girl in any way expresses, you know, the love of her body or interest in young men, or you know how that goes, then the older women, they like to get together and, oh, she's hot in the ass and she fast and da 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 da. It's giving that kind of energy, like people in the family, people around you, people in the community here, projecting this narrative, networking together, in this narrative about you, okay, which caused an emotional wounding within you and influenced an imbalanced way of interacting with people emotionally here. Okay. You weren't able to develop your emotions properly because of what these people did to you, okay, when you were a child. How they, this is given like child sacrifice, okay, and sacrificing a child doesn't have to do with physical pain. It could be, you know, just speaking very illy over the youth, okay, based off of negative characteristics, negative behaviors, okay, and labeling them that instead of nurturing the child, loving the child, working with the child, okay, ironing out the kinks with the child, okay. Instead, you attempt to call a spade, and it's not a spade, you know. That type of energy. Oh, you gonna be just like your daddy. What's the point of me even trying? You gonna be just like him. Well, if you don't try, of course he's gonna be like whomever, because that's all he has to go off of. You understand? That's how curses come about in the family when people, you know, give these negative titles, these negative labels, instead of doing the work. That's child sacrifice, you know, especially for young women. You know, there's women in the family who don't take that time to nurture and put in the work with the young ladies, and then they wonder why they grow up, you know, seeking love in ways that are unsafe and unhealthy. It's because they were sacrificed as children and weren't given that love, that nourishment, that attention, that dedication that they needed to develop those skills when it comes to self-love, self-acceptance, self-appreciation, and how, you know, she interacts with the world, especially men here, okay? Yeah, this was an injustice here that happened. Okay, this was an injustice here, and this wound caused you to, it appeared as if you were misguided, although you were being protected and covered by the divine here, but you weren't able to use a higher level of reasoning here because it was never put into you. You know, it's like people expected you to use higher level reasoning, higher level thinking here, but did not engage you in that. You know, in order for children to learn those kinds of behaviors, you have to engage them into that. You have to socialize them into that. Okay. Closing messages here. See what I mean? Definitely child sacrifice here, but you're healing from that here. Okay, you've broken that here. They may have robbed you of your happiness here. Okay. Yeah. Somebody may be feeling regretful about this. 7 of Swords, 8 of Cups here. This is some type of 7 of Swords and 8 of Cups. This is some type of trickster energy here that was in the home here, in the family unit here. Yeah. Chaos. Anger, chaos, backbiting, sneakiness here. That was in the family here. Okay, ever since you was a child. Give me one more. Somebody was like robbed of like peace and balance when it came to any kind of relationships here. Okay. What's the Empress? You've overcome this energy here. It keeps coming out. Whoever this is for here, you're freeing your lineage, okay? You are freeing your bloodline here from a curse, okay? This may be a curse that has been brought on the family bloodline by men in the family, okay? Men who did not honor, protect, respect, and nurture the young feminine energies in the family, okay? And by this, it's given the sins of the father type energy. So because the men didn't do this, okay, the repercussions was the universe responding, okay, by giving the child what the parent projected out into the ethers here, okay? This is for a feminine energy here. Because your father's perspective of you, of young women or women in general here, was detached, okay, egotistical, okay, unhealthy here. Your father projected that out into the ethers, okay, and it circled back around to you as per men showing up to you that way, which caused you damn near a lifetime of hurt, pain, and abandonment by men. This is why it's so important that we interact with our children in a positive and healthy manner, even though they do have flaws and they do make mistakes and they are this and they are that. Okay? The sins of the father is a alchemical expression of, you know, how a parent sees their child, views their child, okay, treats their child here, okay, it will return to that child, okay? So if you're not cultivating healthy, positive, functional, safe relationships with your children here, you are setting them up for failure in the future. Whatever you project onto your children as per how you see them, how you treat them, how you view them, especially how you view them, your perspective of them could make or break them, okay? As parents, we are our children's first teachers, okay? And we set the tone, okay, for them spiritually. Okay, for young men, their mothers are their first intimate relationship with a woman. Okay, for young ladies, okay, the father is the first intimate relationship, okay, that you have with the opposite sex here, and it sets the tone for future future generations, but for future experiences, okay, with the other sex, okay? I think y'all understand what I'm saying here. So it's very important to watch how you talk to your children, how you treat them, and how you perceive them. You know, we all were children at one point, and kids ain't always good. They don't always listen. They don't always make the right decisions. Okay, but it's still up to us to be healthy with them, be safe with them, and be positive with them, because it sets them up for success spiritually. And you definitely don't want your sins being projected onto your children. That's not fair to them. So it's important to regulate your mind, your emotions, so that spiritually your children can excel. Okay? All right, guys. Until next time.